Hi, my name is Trevor Teisman from Kbandstraining.com, and today we're going to be talking to athletes out there looking to get to the next level. If you're wanting to play college and or even make it to the pros, you have to realize how important test outs are going to be in your future. The only way that you're going to be better and better at test outs is to continually critique and optimize your performance, whether it be how you start, whether it be the feet at which the placement that you need them next to the line, whether it be how you use your arms. All of these things are very important. So whenever you're coming up on a test out, like a 40-yard dash, a 60-yard dash, your vertical leap, you should be working to peak at the right time. So if you know you've got a date set, we've got a test out, or maybe you're just looking to increase your speed. You've got to plan a date at which you're going to do a test out, whether it be a made-up date that doesn't have any relevance to anything, or maybe you're even trying out for the NFL Combine and there's a specific date at which you need to perform. You have to peak at the right time. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set up two different time durations. If you're a young athlete and you're a parent or a young athlete trying to increase your speed for just general soccer or baseball, you're going to work in shorter time frames. You're going to be working more like 5 weeks before a pre-test, post-test. But if you're more advanced, you're in college, your later years in high school, or even trying to get into the pros, we're going to set an 8-week time frame to where we can have a post-test and then a little bit of a rest period right before the actual event. We want to be peaking at the right time. Let's take those two examples now. So if you're a younger athlete, you're not probably testing out for anything overly extravagant. We're just trying to get better, faster, and perform better on the field. But it's important to have drive and a mission at hand. If you're doing speed and agility drills with your kid, or if you're a young athlete out there just trying to learn, hey, that's what I'm here for. You can't just go out there every single day and hope that you're getting faster and then just going to play your sport. I strongly suggest measuring your performance. Keep it very simple. Do vertical leap, jump up, touch something on the wall. 5 weeks later, we're going to be jumping up and testing that again. How high can you touch on the wall? Simple, easy, very simple to execute, right? 40-yard dash. It's very easy to do a 40-yard dash on your own, whether it be at the park, a track, soccer field. You just map it out. We're going to be running 40-yard dashes. And another one would be a great is your pro agility. That'll do a little bit of your side-to-side movement so that we've got all aspects of power, speed, and change of direction being tested. Now, we've got tons of training programs at Kbandstraining.com that I've made for you. You've got the Athlete Performance Series. You also have Speed 101, Agility FX. You can Google each one of those different exercises if you need some exact direction on what specific exercises to do. But keep in mind that you have to do these consistently for these 5 weeks, and then you'll do your post-test. Without ever doing these, you're not going to know whether you're getting better or if you have enough intensity to get the results that you want. Now let's move on to the older athlete. If you're training to get into college and or the pros, as we said, you're going to have more of a date. You're going to have a D-Day, if you will, of when you need to be performing at your best. So in this scenario, you're going to be training in an 8-week time window of trying to peak at the right time. The first 2 weeks, now I should say 10, right? First 2 weeks, I want you to do nothing but technique. You've got to learn the specific exercises, know exactly how to perform them, how to start, how to set your body up, how to really come out of a stopped position with power and explosiveness. So for the first 2 weeks, all you're doing is research. You can Google Kbands training and each individual exercise that you want to test. Kbands training vertical leap, Kbands training 60-yard dash, Kbands training 40-yard dash, Kbands training pro agility. Jump on the internet, get all over the place. Make sure that you're testing all the different avenues. There are tons of great YouTubers out there that are sending you quality information. But for 2 weeks, you really got to understand the technique. Every time that you tweak something just a little bit, you got to imagine a 40-yard dash. If you get down in the sub fours, that is astronomically fast speed in the NFL Combine. But it's a tenth. A tenth of a second says you're slow. A tenth of a second says you're slower than the other guy. So by training to get out of the hole fast, by training to not waste any movement and accelerate forward, is going to be very important for your overall success. Now that you get a good foundation for 2 weeks brushing up on technique, I know you think that you got it. I know that you think that you know exactly what to do. But I tell you, every single time that I've worked with an athlete and you specifically work on a task, you get better at it. So do the same thing here. If you need a 40, you need a pro agility, you need these things to be the best for your performance. It's going to give you a goal and help motivate you to increase your speed and agility as much as you can. So now that we got our technique in the first 2 weeks, you're going to be doing a pre-test and then a post-test. We're going to see if we can lower those times, utilize the training programs given on Kbandstraining.com, or utilize your own speed and agility drills, or if you're working with a trainer, get real serious about these next 8 weeks of training. You have to train, rest, recover. Make sure that you're sleeping well, eating properly. And I went into depth a lot of times. I mean, we've got over 1,000 videos on Kbands training, so search around a little bit if you need help with specific elements of this training. But I just want to talk about the importance here of measuring, and we'll get into more depth of like training protocol and videos to come, or you can just Google some of the ones that I've already put up. Throughout your 8-week training program, though, you're going to want to run that 40-yard dash or any of these test outs multiple times. You shouldn't be doing a pre-test, leave it alone all the way until test out day. It's going to take practice. You got to be doing these things every single week. So whenever you're doing your speed and agility training, make sure that you leave at least 1 to 2 days where you're going to run 5 to 10 of whatever of the specific test outs you're trying to optimize. It's going to be very important for your success to continue to practice the movements and then accelerate and utilize the training throughout the 8 weeks to maximize your gains and, I should say, decreases in times or increase in vertical leap. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this video up. I know I got a little bit lengthy there, but I just want to make sure that you guys understand the importance of testing. If you're just going aimlessly through your workout programs, going aimlessly through the weight room, and you're not really getting any benefits in the long run by not understanding if you're getting stronger, running faster, or doing these types of things. So you should always be testing. You should always be going in cycles. After you do an 8-week time frame, you peak, you do your test outs, give yourself a little bit of a downtime. Take a week or two, rebuild the body, let yourself recover, and then get back out and set another testing range. This also applies to the weight room. You've got to be trying to benefit your strength. You got to increase the amount of power and explosiveness that you're getting, no matter which aspect of training you're doing. Measuring is very important to your success in your sports. If you need any help with these types of specific exercises, or you need speed and agility recommendations, please head to Kbandstraining.com. Check out our training tab. I have shot thousands of videos explaining different concepts, different protocols for you to achieve your goals.